He pasado 2 años pensando en aquel momento. Me tendió una trampa.
Went from here to here.
Yeah.
We barely moved the car.
Every car, you had that. Did you hear me tear up the Roosevelt a little bit?
Yes. What'd you run over?
It wasn't my. They parked it and they wedged it right along a pillar, and I guess the base of the pillar was wide. And when I drove forward, I just scraped the beast against the pillar. And then Cudi apparently, right before we got on the carpet, stalled. So everybody had like. Everyone had a little issue for a 100-foot drive.
That is, huh? It just, I don't know, it just started smoking. Yeah, and I would tear that car up on set.
Yeah.
I mean,
It was the same that you used?
Yeah, it was the hero car. It was and we destroyed one by accident. But that car never had an issue. I don't know what happened. I don't know what happened.
Yeah, it was fun.
Yeah, it was pretty funny that it just, the moment I hit the carpet, it just started. I was like, oh my God, it's being filmed by every direction right now. And so I just was laughing. Yeah, it's perfect.
En nuestro mundo, uno siempre vuelve. Le dejó allí. Y eso no puedo perdonarlo.
A lot of people, I mean, I did. I mean, a lot of people are going to compare us to films like Fast and the Furious. And when I saw it on my desk, I thought it was just going to be a blatant Fast and the Furious ripoff, if I had to be honest. But all of that changed when I started reading the script. I think it has a really great human story behind all of it. I mean, I think the only comparison we have to Fast and Furious is we have cars, but I think we have a really great human story behind it, and yeah, it's more of a throwback to the films that I think really started the genre, such as Bullet and Vanishing Point and Smoking the Bandit, Blues Brothers, those sorts of films. And back then they couldn't rely on CGI and green screen because that just didn't exist. And so our director, his whole vision was, I want to do this film all practical, caught in camera. So when people watch this film, they can feel, they can sense that it's all real. So I think that's the major difference.
I think the relationship between the guys too. I think there's a cool, real vibe and chemistry between all the boys at Marshall Motors, and I think, like he said, just that journey and that relationship, but also the human aspect, that journey that these guys, what they'll do for one another. It's cool, man. You see these guys, I think people relate to that, and they go, yeah, that's how I am with my boys. They go at each other.
Correr es una ciencia, pero correr con pasión es un arte.
Yeah, it was all. I mean, it was incredible. I mean, I signed on to this project about 3.5 months out, so I was on racetrack as often as I could be, just kind of learning how to maneuver these cars, and also we had some of the best stuntmen and women on the planet working on this film, really doing most of the heavy lifting, making us look really good. I mean, you did
badass.
Pretty badass.
Yeah, I didn't have to do it. I had the beast to beast.
It is so the biggest truck I've ever seen.
So there wasn't much, all the racing with these guys, and we're kind of there just, supporting and getting along the way. So there wasn't much stunts that I had to do in the beast. But I did, I took the opportunity to learn how to maneuver. I went to stunt driving for a little bit, and then I practiced along the way in a rental car. I took Rami, and we shredded up some rentals.
Oh, nice.
So that was cool.
I like that.
Daré $6 millones a quien le detenga.
Do you think they're different people? Yeah, no?
Well...
I hope so. Well, if I'm doing something very wrong with my career. But yeah, they're just, I think Jesse Pinkman is a very sad, lonely, insecure, broken individual. Whereas I think Toby Marshall is very confident, focused, driven. And so hopefully that comes across screen for the majority of the public.
Okay.
It does, bro. It does.
Thank you.
It does. Just want to let you know that, man.
I really appreciate that.
You got it.
Thank you for saying it. I was
You got
really
it. No,
feeling
I
a little
saw you going there. Let me pull you
shattered.
right back out of that.
Okay, I was feeling a little shattered for a second.
bro.
Okay, good.
No, bro.
Oh, man.
No, you're good.
Thank you. You healed me.
Yeah.
Okay.
So they had to ask.
You know, I don't know if that's necessarily true. I mean, that was my first kind of, I'm like, man, video game films don't really do that well, but they actually kind of, they do, you know. I mean, there's definitely been some disasters, like Mortal Kombat, nothing against that movie, but
there's been ones that done well, too. I mean,
yeah, Resident Evil,
Yeah,
I mean,
Resident Evil, yeah.
they made 5 or 6 movies. A lot of people bring that
was
movie
Tomb
up
Raider
as
game? Wasn't it?
Yeah. Tomb Raider, I mean,
Yeah.
they bring up these films as being disasters, but they made, you know, hundreds of millions of dollars,
Yeah.
so it's quite successful. So do I think that this will be successful? Yeah, I mean, I hope so.
Yeah.
What was great about this particular video game, there was no narrative in the game, so we could put whatever story we wanted to in the film, just as long as we were using fast cars and, you know, attempting to put the audience in the driver's seat as often as we could. And so
I think we might even be able to add to the game. Like, I think Cudi was telling me they might now add, like, a helicopter, like his character. Like
they
Benny.
did. They already did.
So
Yeah,
we're
they're
improving the game.
We're
by the way.
improving the
We're
game.
improving the
here.
game.
Yeah.
Not only the movie, we're adding helicopters.
We're
You can-
adding helicopters.
You can
to
call
Need for
Benny and be
Speed.
like, hey, look
Help
out
me
for me.
out.
What's
Yeah.
the best route? How do I get out of here?
Yeah.
Arreglaremos esto tras el volante.
Franchise, but I never played. I heard of it. I heard it was huge.
Yeah.
I'm much more of a first-person shooter. I played like Call of Duty. That was kind of my game. But I never played Need for Speed. I mean, I definitely knew and I was aware of it. It's like the #1 game ever, I think, for driving.
Yeah, and I had played it. I haven't played it in years. I didn't play it for, a lot of people ask if I played it for research.
To get ready.
No, I didn't. Believe it or not,
I don't think it's
not.
necessary. I think if you were doing that and not actually driving, we'd be in trouble.
Yeah.
Ahí veo amor, venganza y aceite de motor todo revuelto.
Hay una orden de arresto con tu nombre en 10 estados.
Yo no pienso parar.
I've been doing this for 17 years. I think most people know me. No, long time. Wow. I think a majority of the public knows me as Jesse, just because that's the only thing they've seen me in, and they think that's just who I am in person also. So I think once they see me play a different character, they'll realize that I'm not Jesse. So no, I don't think it'd be an issue.
Tío, estás como una cabra.